Welcome to REV Presents, our monthly talk series where we connect with some of the biggest industry stakeholders in the gaming and esports. I'm Chris Mann, the SVP of REV, the global gaming and esports agency, part of Revolution. And this month, I am excited to talk to Jeffrey Greller of YouTube Gaming. Jeffrey is a strategic partner manager at YouTube, focused on working with live gaming content creators such as Tim the Tatman, Courage, Dr. Lupo, and Valkyrie. Welcome, Jeffrey.
It is great to be here. I appreciate you all taking the time. I'm excited to have a good conversation today.
Great. Well, whenever we do these, we like to start off by just asking, what games are you playing right now?
I am still grinding Warzone. I'm a sucker for Battle Royale. And just went from Fortnite to Apex to Warzone and have, for whatever anybody says about the game, I still find it really entertaining. So I'm just still grinding Warzone almost daily.
Where are you dropping?
Far away from peak, like on the outskirts of the map, that's for sure. And I'm trying to fly away from peak so I don't get shot out of the air. So anywhere that's not peak.
That feels like me. I feel your pain on that one, man. So, well,
yeah.
We've got a lot of great people watching on the brand side, and they're really interested to learn more about how they can work, with you and with creators within the YouTube gaming platform. So, could you tell us a little bit about how brands should think about activating with gaming creators specifically on YouTube?
Totally. So, a decently meeting question, and I'm going to kind of break it out into two areas that I think brands should really be, considering or kind of framing their thought process around. One of which is like thinking about just content format generally. And I think if we take a step back, I think what we're seeing now today more than ever is that, viewer habits and how viewers want to consume content is changing. We're seeing that viewers are attracted to short form content, they're attracted to longer edited formed content, and they're attracted to live streaming content. And I think those three circles, there's certainly overlap, right? Where I only may one format, the other format, or two formats, or maybe I like all three. But I do think that it's really important to level set and understand that, formats have changed and viewer expectations have changed. And so I would ground us there first and foremost, because I really think that brands need to be thinking deeply around, how to take advantage of each format, because realistically, if you could take advantage of each format, you have a unique opportunity to kind of get in front of a new audience. And one of the unique things about YouTube is that we are one of the great platforms that kind of enables all three formats to have the community all living within YouTube. And so if brands are thinking about working directly with creators, I would just really encourage them to not stay focused on one specific format, but to really take a step back and think about how do you weave your brand and the creative holistically and synergistically through all three formats, assuming that the creator is looking to output content across all three formats. And so I think that's going to be really important from a formatting perspective. And then the second part that I want to touch upon a little bit is just the creator perspective. And if you ask creators, what they care deeply the most about, I would think most creators would say, is their community. It's ultimately their community, regardless of the size of the creator. The community is what got that creator there. The community has enabled that creator to start streaming part-time to full-time to now being a typical gamer, a Valkyrie, a Courage, a Tim the Tatman. And I think it's really important that when brands want to work with creators, especially on YouTube, they're thinking about it through the lens of the creator community and are really empowering creators to think creatively around what would be the most effective and essentially entertaining or engaging for my community. And I think we've seen it done in unique ways with you guys with Chipotle, where Tim has a ton of autonomy to do really fun things directly with his community. That's not just a call out ad per se, but there are these very specific tactics that he is utilizing to allow for his community to engage with Tim, be entertained by Tim, and actually receive value in whatever currency that is, that's outside of just watching Tim every day to day. So I think for me, those are the two most important kind of framing and pillars is one, again, thinking about the three different formats in which you can approach creative from a format POV, and then two, community. How do I lean into the creators community and unlock that creatively?
Yeah, I think you bring it up, if those who have been watching this series and even our longer programs in the years past, we're very much about engaging the community. And one of the things we always talk to brands about is it's the community. It's not necessarily fans, right? And every creator has their own community, as you said. Every game has their community. Every league, esports league, they all have their own communities. And one of the powers of gaming is being able to touch those communities as a brand around something that they're really, really passionate about. Sometimes the thing they're most passionate about, the thing that they're most spending the most time with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, right? And so spending dollars on playing a game, working and engaging with Tim's content, subscribing to him, now gifting, a new thing that you guys recently launched. So, there's so much that goes on when you talk about community. It's not just like one of these marketing, bingo buzzwords that we hear so much. Like, that's how we really approach it. And like, from our perspective and our team, I think the way we excel and the reason we were able to work with you guys and work with people like Tim is we're part of that community. So we understand it. We're not just like tourists within the space. And so, continue to frame things up around the value of engaging and unlocking community and adding value to their experience across every platform that's available. Live stream through YouTube gaming, spots like Discord, on social. That's really, really important to the space because the conversation's two-way. It's not one way.
Yeah, no, totally agreed. And I think you guys are already doing a great job of that. And you guys sit super close to it. So you have that understanding of creators community, unsure if most brands have that level of understanding. So it's like, just really trust the creator. I think it's, brands really need to trust the creator, that they understand their community best and give that creator enough autonomy to make creative decisions.
Yeah, I think that's always the fun part. It's like, as on the agency side and working with brands like Chipotle and others, and then working with creators, it's working with brands and finding that balance where what are the brand's goals and objectives? What are they comfortable with? And then bringing that and working with the talent to create that sweet spot that brings it all together and brings it to life, right? Like, a lot of times, we like to give talent like briefs with our insight from the agency side in terms of like, hey, we get it. Here's what we think is going to work. Give us react to this. Give us your feedback so that we can make this, work for the brand.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think you're touching on it too. It's like all authenticity, right? Like if it doesn't come off authentic from the creator, the community is going to sniff it out right away, and it's going to be a bad experience overall. So finding that balance is just super important.
Very much so. So last question. We like to keep these things tight for everyone out there, and we appreciate those that tune in, wherever we're tuning in from. As we look to the future, what are some exciting innovations that you see coming down the road in terms of opportunities for brands on YouTube gaming?
Totally. I think you already scratched on one of it, but we're really excited about just the roadmap that we have of product features, stuff that I can't talk about specifically, but there are things that we've already launched, a la Gifted, and our version of rating, which we call cross-channel redirect. So really thinking about creative ways in which you can kind of tangle some form of creative opportunity kind of through those product features that creators are excited about, that the platform is excited about, that the fans are excited about finally having access to. I think that's a really important component. And I think if we're going to hint at anything looking to the future and continuing to beat this drum around, a 360 content approach across live and VOD in short form, I think we're going to make some interesting strides in that space. When you start thinking about clips too within the space around how do we improve a creator's content experience so that there is a seamless flow from going live on YouTube to, cutting down a clip, creating that into a short, and then editing down that VOD. And so I think when we think about the innovation moving forward, and creators only have so much time in the day, when you're going live 5 hours a day and you have all these other platforms and opportunities to manage outside of YouTube, I think we're really excited about, the innovation that we're gonna build towards within that arena to really optimize a creator's time and allow for really interesting creative approaches to create content. And I think at that intersection is where brands should continue to be excited about as they think about partnering with creators on YouTube, because we're excited about it. We already hear feedback directly from our creators that that's something excited about. So the authenticity is there. And so now it's just figuring out, again, similar to our previous question, is how does a brand intersect into that space along some of the product features that we're or that we're launching. So that is just, authentic and, speaks to the community and has the opportunity to really touch all three formats.
Love what you guys are doing there. Look forward to continuing to work with you and the team at YouTube Gaming, and activating across the live creating platform that is continuing to innovate and push boundaries. And so we're looking forward to connecting on opportunities in the future. If people want to find you on socials, where could they check you out?
Yeah, I'm bad, but I should be better about it. But I am the most excited about Twitter. So that's where I would say I'm the most active, and I'm just at Jeffrey Greller. So first name, last name, you'll find me there. Trying my best to engage with the creator community, trying my best to kind of output, a perspective from YouTube gaming, and touch upon some of the product announcements that we have coming that we're excited about, and also highlight some of the stuff that we've launched in the past. So look there, try to be active as I can there.
Great, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. For those of you watching, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you tuning in. Until next month, play some games, have some fun. RevXP, we're here to support and be a resource to brands looking to unlock the unlimited potential of this space, and we look forward to bringing these to you on a monthly basis. So, bye everybody.
Thank you.